Hi, my name is Chris Mancini. I'm the Associate Portfolio Manager of the Gabelli Gold Fund. I'd like to talk about a conference that I attended a couple of weeks ago at the end of September in Colorado Springs. Over 100 companies, over 100 investors, analysts from around the world to meet and talk about the gold mining sector. There were some questions that I asked during that conference, some general themes that I wanted to get answers to, and I'd like to discuss those right now. So the first one was, how is inflation trending? And has the bite of inflation really stopped? So the story with mining is that it was also very difficult to do social distancing in a mine shaft and in vehicles and things like that. So the cost to operate mines really increased. The question now is, what's happening from a cost perspective? Is inflation starting to ease? I think the answer is yes. So labor is still tight, but not as tight as it was. Things are normalizing. People are going back to work. Because of that, there is more availability of labor. There were some supply chain issues which caused some consumables like cyanide and explosive, the price of those to go up during the height of the COVID lockdowns, and those have eased. So energy is a big input into gold mining, so it's typically around 40 to 50% of the cost of production. So that's something to look out for, but by and large, inflation is starting to ease. The second question is, does time finally have value? There are some development projects which could take years to get the gold out of the ground. With interest rates now, short-term interest rates now 5.5% and possibly going higher, it seems to me that the market is starting to say that they really want to be paid for something that they may only get out of the ground in a few years. So that being said, we're really cautious on development stage companies now within the fund because the market is placing a really high discount rate on development stage companies. Next one was, is self-help possible? Is it possible for a company to really grow on its own? The answer is yes, but it's difficult. It's easier though to do that, to grow on your own, than to build a mine from nothing like a development stage company. So we are focusing on companies. We met with Wesdome, which is a company which has 2 mines in Canada. Karora has a mine in Australia. These are companies that are growing their production through expanding their current operations. I think these companies will be very well positioned.
Investors should carefully consider the investment objectives, risk, charges, and expenses of the fund before investing. The prospectus, which contains more complete information about this and other matters, should be read carefully before investing. To obtain a prospectus, please call 1-800-GABELLI or visit www.gabelli.com.